Hi everyone, welcome back to the Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Red Sofa. Very pleased to be joined by Oliver Bronder, who's leading vehicle logistics at Volkswagen Konzernlogistik, Group Logistics, leading that worldwide, including the export of 5 million vehicles. And Oliver is here at the event speaking about logistics as a competitive advantage. And in fact, Oliver, we spoke earlier about how the disruptions over the recent years have been turned, or should be turned, into advantages. And that's something you focused on with the team and the mindset. Tell us a little bit about how you've achieved that.
First of all, I would like to mention that I think logistics will be a strategic advantage. As you mentioned, it's a clear yes at that point, because at the end we have to be reliable against our customer and always transparent where the vehicle is located or even in the production process. So this is actually the most important. Then talking about crisis, I think that the most important thing we learned in this crisis is, on the one hand side, how to work together within the own company, to be closer together and to identify the topics very early and take decisions quite quick. That happens, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but at the end I think this is a major issue. It's one topic, and the other one I would mention is we are more clear in doing a demand and capacity forecast. So this is now more elaborated than it used to be.
Especially
before.
for vehicle logistics, right?
Actually, I'm just talking about vehicle logistics at that point. And I think transparency and data is the major topic we are talking about, and this is the basis for everything. I think it was very clear as well in the panel discussion.
Absolutely.
Everybody mentioned that, and I only can agree.
And in fact, if we were having this conversation a year ago, we probably would have been talking about how tight the vehicle logistics capacity is and the challenges, but here we are in a somewhat better situation. I don't dare say totally normal, but better. Would you say this demand planning, transparency is one of the key measures that have helped improve that, or are there other things you would point to that have helped to improve the capacity situation?
I think we used a lot of charter trucks, and not only we as Volkswagen did it, but the whole industry. And the big advantage or improvement is now that everybody gave the charter trucks back. So these capacities can be used to fulfill the normal contracts. And this is a double effect. So on the one hand side, they can fulfill the normal contracts, but as well, the capacity is has a better usage, because charter trucks most of the times only have a load factor of or a capacity usage of 50%.
Yeah.
So I think this is a major topic which is changed within the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and that's so important. And I think from what you're saying, it sounds like your intention is not to go back to a level like that. I don't know that you say use no charter capacity in trucks, but certainly you want to keep this at a low level.
Yeah, sometimes we use it because it's sometimes cheaper than have a normal contract in some cases, but these are rare cases. Yeah. And we do not want to have it at the level we had it. It is, of course, a very good tool to be very flexible and short-term able to transport something, but it's a very small amount.
Of course, somewhat different perhaps on the shipping side, where you do have long-term dedicated charters specifically for some of the vehicle trade.
Of course, this is another story. We are just talking. This was just talking about charter trucks.
Absolutely.
Charter ships we use as a normal line in certain circumstances, for example, around Europe or in our North America trade.
Yes. And decarbonization, or even defossilization, as we might sometimes refer to it, is also a clear strategy for group logistics. Yes. Could we talk about just some of the key points of that? Obviously, it's a big topic, it's a long journey, but what's some of the most important for you in working with your partner?
I think it's very, very clear. So there are 3 elements. First of all, we try to increase train capacity, because this is the best possibility to transport vehicles in a green manner with green energy. Second thing, for road transportation, we will use electric trucks. That's our strategy within Volkswagen Group. And the third thing, and actually the most important, are the ships.
Yes.
Because the pollution is quite high due to the fact that we have long distances. So the impact, if we would create, or if we do anything in addition, as we used to do it with LNG ships, and now with some synthetic fuels, I think the lever is just great.
Yes.
And I'm very optimistic that we will see some very good technical solutions there.
Well, that's exciting, because we definitely want to bring that optimism into the players, into the investment that needs to come with. Finally, Oliver, one last point, because we talked about how perhaps digitalization in vehicle logistics was somewhat lagging in other parts. You mentioned the demand capacity planning, but now it's a big focus for Volkswagen Group. There's the one log bit, there's a new order management system, there's many areas. Are you starting to see some of the benefits from digitalization in your vehicle logistics operations?
Yes and no. So we started our digitalization actually within used car business first. So there we can see it already. And now we have to do it for the new cars as well. And we already can see that this is really the basis we need to really be able to take the right decisions, to be quick, and to learn the reality and the copy of our real business.
Absolutely. Oliver, thank you so much for sharing these insights with us and for talking on stage. There'll be a lot more to come, both from the sessions that Oliver was in and the panel discussions on our website and right here on LinkedIn, and other videos to come. Once again, Oliver, thanks so much for being with us.